My perspective on where the music industry is now as compared as it was before, I almost feel like it's almost, I mean, in a way it's easier, but in a way it's harder just because of how saturated it was. Yeah, you know, back in the day when I was making shit, like, you know, I was just curious about how to make beats, and then I figured it out, and I just wanted people to hear it instantly. So I made a mixtape, and on the B side, I put me and Alo's 4-track music. I was learning how to make hip hop, which is some of his raw shit still. Him at 16 is kind of retarded on the mic, rapping Aloe Black. You know, I'd be standing outside of clubs, you know, or like the B-Boy Summit, just selling tapes and mailing them out to different places. You know, this is like pre-internet. Back when you'd be like, yo, let me get a dub of that shit. You'd get a dub, and then that dub would go to somewhere else, and you'd actually, it would spread, you know, not through Wi-Fi, but through tapes, like literally. You remember getting those hissy-ass tapes and how dope that was. Like you'd get the quality version, and you'd be like, it doesn't sound the same. You wanted that hissy shit almost. We gained a fan base through the dubbings of the tapes, and a fan of ours wanted to press up one of our vinyls. He did, and it got in the hands of Fantastic Four Radio in Los Angeles, Power 106, and then they played it on the air, and everything, that momentum just kept going and going. But what I'm trying to say is, back then, people didn't know how to make this shit. Like, they didn't know how to make this music. I had to really fight to learn how to do it through, like, 4 tracks or, like, 2 tape decks and 1 turntable, like, and actually figure it out. You couldn't go online and figure it out, whereas now you can do that. You can figure out how to do anything, which creates way more artists, way more beat makers, way more MCs than there was back in my time. What I'm trying to say is, in a sense, back then, it was almost easier for us to get recognized as long as we stayed focused and, you know, really did our thing, which is the same today too, but there's so many people who have that focus and know how to do this shit now. So it's, you know, you gotta take it to the next level, like have a fucking video out like every fucking da-da-da-da, and you gotta like be one or have somebody be one with your social media and all that shit. Fuck that shit. Making me addicted to my phone and shit. Fuck that. I want to turn it off and go hiking, and I do. Where do I see hip-hop business going? It's strange. I mean, people are learning how to like, yo, I can just play this chord and these will go with this if you do this trick and all this. And I'm like, no, I'm just gonna rock on my MPC, you know what I mean? So I'm not really, haven't dove into that world, but I see it. I'm interested in it. I might. Who knows? I like to do what I do, and it works for me. But I kind of do have this kind of fucked up vision of what that could be, where everybody knows how to do this shit, and they know how to like this, that, and the saturation of all these motherfuckers making beats. This is the scary picture I'll paint for you. Welcome to Starbucks. How would you like to make your beat today? I was at some like beat school thing, which is tight. People learning, it's dope. But I was like, I saw these like yuppie ass kids like, oh, beats are rad, and they're probably making some fucking bangers, but it's like, the vibe just was not right. I felt like I was at like some Starbucks like factory for like, learn how to make a beat. I just don't want to feel like that, because I'll just be like, peace, let me get a guitar, you know what I mean? I don't know. Hip hop to me was like, you were being a rebel by liking hip hop. And if it hits the point where I'm not a rebel anymore, where's the fun in that? You know, I might just have to do something weird like, play the MPC live with no loops or any bullshit like that. But I do that, man. My pet peeve in this business is stuck-up motherfuckers, and especially stuck-up motherfuckers who weren't stuck up, but then now they're feeling themselves and now they're stuck up. Like, fuck that. Like, nah. You could be the dopest MC, but if you're a fucking asshole or you think if you're feeling yourself, I'm not feeling you. You know what I mean? It's like cats, like, they just try to cut your energy, and I'm like, why would you want to do that? Motherfuckers that I known since way back in the day who fucking end up getting more followers than I do somehow because they're about their business and whatever. And then I see them and they try to act cool, but motherfucker, I'm Exile. Who you trying to be cool? Basically that. And any motherfucker who thinks they're the fucking shit, like, you ain't shit. You fucking learned how to make that shit on a computer. Nah, that's cool. I'm not gonna say that. Just fucking stuck up motherfuckers in general.
My biggest concern with this country is absolutely the prison industry, the prison industrial complex, because oppression, systemic oppression, white supremacy, all these things, the biggest tentacle of it, the most effective tool of it is the prison industry.
So this car started approaching me, and I wanted to move out of the way of the car. The driver thought it would be funny to accelerate on the gas and drive towards me, and at the last minute, yanked the wheel out of the way. So I jump out of the way, and they laugh.
Peace decides to surprise us with this crazy beat. The beat was crazy. And so we got hyped, we was all hyped. My 10 just went out of control. There was a pole in the middle, on the side of the stage. And he started going around the pole super fast. And me and Elsa looking like, what is going to go on?
To see him coming, I'm still thinking that's some sound guy or whatever. And he's going, and I go, huh? And he just stole on me. Pop and clocked me like right around here. Like he got me good. As soon as I went to punch him back,